As always, I'm shopping for something. A lot of times I spend more time researching and shopping than I spend actually buying. But in the world of shopping for a new firearm, man, while at some point I know I will eventually have both, the question to me is always which one to get first. So I've been looking at it, and for my needs, they scratch a lot of the same itches. I've been looking at AR-15s, regardless of what you feel about AR-15s. At this point, I don't care. It's not really relevant, so whatever. And pistol carbines or carbines, wherever you are, pecan. Say it how you want to say it. I don't care. I think I say carbine, a carbine. I think you say carbine. So whatever. I've been looking at them because they kind of fit similar things. They have their pros and their cons. So as my resident closest to an expert that I get that I can call at any fucking time of day, you really did wave like you're the next like I just kicked it over to you and you the next contestant at the game show.
Thanks, so.
I'll take stupid people for 500. All right. So what do you think, man? Pros, cons. What do you think? One, if somebody's in the market for both, what do you think they should consider, and which one would you recommend getting first?
Well, thank you, Lamar. So in compare and contrast, the first thing, most important thing with these type of rifles is home defense.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I personally prefer the pistol carbine for home defense. You know what I'm saying? It's, for one, it's smaller. In my opinion, you can maneuver better. You know what I'm saying? Your barrel is not like wide as fuck, so you ain't gotta like swing it all the way around. You know what I'm saying? If you gotta pull that bitch up, you just boom, pop, 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 pop. Decent rate of fire. You know what I mean? It's made for those targets that's not 300 plus fucking miles.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I mean meters away. So I really favor that in terms of home defense. Now, if you're just a competitive shooter, if you will, the AR and competitive shooting, in my opinion, will be better. I haven't did any competitive shooting yet, which I really can't wait to get into. But if you're doing competitive shooting or just you like long distance shooting and you preparing for the zombie apocalypse or the race wars or whatever, you know what I'm saying? then go with that. I mean, as far as magazine capacity, they're relatively the same. You can get extended mags, which the problem with extended mags versus getting your standard 30 round mag for an AR is a lot of these fucking extended mags, they'll jam up. They're shitty mags. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They deteriorate and break down like way quicker than your standard 30, 45 round mag for an AR. So my personal preference I honestly think the pistol carbine is more carbine, whatever the fuck.
Whatever. Pick one, roll with it.
It's really fun to shoot. You know what I'm saying? I actually personally have one. I know you guys, I told y'all I don't talk about everything I got, but this is one of them. I personally have one and actually shot it for the first time a couple weeks ago. And I went through about 200 rounds on that bitch, man. That shit was so fucking fun to fucking shoot, man. Zeroed it in. The recoil is not as bad. Compared to the ARs, the buttstocks vary just a little bit, but you get way less recoil from pistol carbine. So we're going AR versus pistol carbine, bro. I'm picking pistol carbine all the way. How about you, man? What you think? Because I know you're looking at both of them.
Yeah. So you know me. If there's a purchase and I'm comparing, I'm doing some research. Mm-hmm. So, for the AR, you got more firepower. You've got more everything, basically. There's tons of parts out there. There's tons of accessories. You'll never have to worry about that. It's just the best kind of do it all Like if I ever get out to Arkansas and get hunting, you can hunt, home defense, take it to the range and have a ball, everything with it. You can kind of do it all. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the beauty of one of those. There's a moth that has entered the chat. He's gone. So I mean that's kind of my thinking on an AR. For a pistol carbine, I mean one of the big things though is if you already have a 9mm. I mean some they shoot pistol caliber. So if you've got a 9mm and you've got a 9mm caliber pistol carbine, you can shoot the same shit. Especially if you have one that takes Glock mags and you've got a Glock. Wow, you cooking with gas right now. Yeah. And you can get like you said, all the mags you want, all any capacity you want, and I mean, and I know you're sacrificing some capacity. I mean, some power. But again, if you're thinking home defense, your average range day, and in some respects, I mean, cost is kind of irrelevant because depending on what you're looking at, the cost is in a lot of cases about the same. Yeah. I mean, you can go pick this one versus this one and find a cheaper AR that's cheaper than a carbine, or a cheaper carbine that's cheaper than an AR and whatever. But on average, I'll say, I mean, the price is kind of a negligible factor in this particular discussion. I mean, and I think for me, the carbine, like you said, it's small. You can make it a good truck gun. I've seen like people do builds where they can fit that bitch in a backpack and just roll.
And that's what mine goes.
Yeah. And so, if you out and about in the middle of nowhere, you got that second source, you've got a backpack that'll work for that. Or if you're out hunting or whatever, it's not as heavy. But again, I don't know many people hunting with pistol carbines though.
I don't think so.
I don't think that happens. So I mean that's the kind of thing that I'm thinking of. And then I've always heard that ARs are loud by comparison.
They are louder.
And so I mean there's also that if you're thinking home defense. And again, like you mentioned the distance. In most cases, a home defense situation, you're not going to be at those far distances because then it's no longer home defense. But depending on what you believe on the current state of the world and the future state of the world, it may alter your choices a little bit. But 9mm to me is a more available round than your 5.56s and everything else that you're going to use for your AR. So I mean that's kind of my thinking right now. I'm thinking pistol carbine first, AR next, or pistol carbine first, pistol carbine second.
Could be first and second.
AR third.
Yeah, because I think I might actually build me a pistol carbine, man. After talking to Nikki, shout out to her because she actually gave me the idea because I've been wanting a fucking MP5 since like forever. So I'm actually gonna look into, what I'm saying.
You and everybody else, man. I priced one like 2 weeks ago.
Man, them shit's high as fuck, bro. Like, but the parts are not. Like Nikki said, the parts are not. So yeah, I think I'm gonna, how people do when they doing builds on their cars and shit like that. I'm probably gonna start buying piece to piece at a time, and eventually it's a good hobby for me. I like shooting. I like working on shit. So I think that's right. People do paper airplanes. I mean, model airplanes and cars and shit. I'm gonna build weapons.
I mean, I told you, man, to go to like a gunsmith school, man.
I want to, man. Eventually, I might just do that still. I don't know yet. But
I mean, that'd be a good little hunk of change for you.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. So I mean, that's kind of me. So like I said, I mean, I think we're kind of on the same page with it. Money not being a factor. If that were the case, you just get one of each and keep rolling. But got kids, got responsibilities. I think for the most part, I think for right now, we've decided pistol carbine might be the way for right now.
Indeed. Together, you can come shoot mine, man. Really see.
Yeah. And we'll probably see you sooner rather than later, I'd imagine. Like I said, one bag travel, man. I'm like, fuck it, let's go. It's a long weekend. Let's do something. Shit. Yeah. So so you guys let us know in the comments for anybody who's in the firearms out there. If you're like, you should get neither. If you say get nothing, go ahead and dislike now. You can go. But if you have an opinion one way or the other and some thought behind it, I'd love to hear. I mean, I'm like I said, like you said earlier in the comments. I mean, I'm loving. I mean, like the tips on the using the cedar spill. Definitely came in clutch, man. Yeah. So
especially those weapon enthusiasts. I'm one also, but I know there's guys that really know their shit. You know what I'm saying? I love to hear from them.
Yeah, see, my problem is, you know, and I don't know if it's a thing, but you know, I can't, like, you know, some people that are firearm enthusiasts, that's all they're into, you know. They've got like 50,000 holsters, 8,000 pistols, 3 safes. I mean, and I get it, I appreciate it, I like it, but you know, money being a finite thing, it's family shit, travel shit, motorcycle shit, cigar shit, screwed shit. You know,
you do it in Louis, goddamn it.
I mean, you can only spend so much. I mean, so I mean, I've got parts and shit that I got to put on my motorcycles and some shit. So
yeah,
I mean, and I think, and there's still more cigars I want to buy. Like I want to get a box of Placencias like now. And Black Lion's not making it easy running the promotion this month.
Yeah, so. seen that.
Yeah, so
I was like, ooh.
Yeah, so yeah, I might have a box of those soon, but that's another story for another day. So yeah, so definitely want to hear from everybody in the comments about what you guys think on different firearm choices. And hey, I'd even be cool with a curveball. I mean, because I know they caliber pistol carbines in 22, 9mm, and 45. Mm-hmm. So if there's a particular one that you have that you like, let us know in the comments. I'll check it out.
You like the 22?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of getting first, and then I think it'll go to Kim.
Yeah, that shit's fun.
Yeah. And then I think I get 1 or 2 or 3 for me, and then we'll go from there.
You see that family? He got money. He got money.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, we're talking over a few years time frame, man.
He got money. He gonna go speak with Pablo and them and get hooked right on.
No, man, I am not going in there. Let me get all of your best firearms, please.
And all your mags to go with it.
No, not at all. Again, I don't know what you think I make. I don't make that.
Yeah, shit. I know mine, man. That shit didn't even come with the mags. Like every weapon I've bought has always came with a mag or two. But this was the first one that I had to actually order my mag separately, which I went with Magpul. Magpul is I'm not plugging for Magpul, maybe I am, but those are some really, really good mags in my.
I mean, from what I've been reading, if you're not gonna go OEM, that's probably a safe bet. They're probably about as close to OEM as you're gonna get. I'm kind of looking at a Canic too, man. It's the problem is what to get first, because I want a revolver too, or 2 revolvers. So it's one of those things. It's like
every dad needs a revolver.
What do you get first, man? I mean, that's the tricky thing. Like I want like all the things, and it's trying to prioritize and figure out what you get once. Maybe I'll do some YouTube researching and talking about how to build your arsenal or some shit. I'm sure there's some preppers or some EDCers out there that's got like
just go out there and do it, bro.
I mean, I have some, so I mean, I'll probably be on step 2, 3, or 4. So I need to figure it out, because I mean, shotguns. I like shotguns. I like all the things, man. I mean, it's fun. It's fun to shoot. It's a challenge to shoot, and I appreciate the challenge. And then I'm an engineer, so I mean, I like the mechanical aspect. I'm sorry. So I'm not laughing randomly. Casey sent me a text message. We have this long thing about why he hates engineers, and I was just thinking about that today.
Every mechanic in the military hates fucking engineers.
Sorry. So I like the engineering aspect of a firearm, man. You know, different parameters, different specs. You know, like you may get a jam with this grain of ammo versus you won't get a jam with this grain of ammo or brand. I just like the challenge of it all, man, or the science of it all. So that's why one of my favorite anime right now was Dr. Stone. So, you know, science, engineering, shit. So yeah, I'm a nerd, proud of it. That's okay.
Hey, embrace your truth.
Oh, you know it. You better believe it.
Perfect.